Okay, our topic was about the destruction of forests worldwide, and we decided to start by having a little bit of context, and we just wrote down some statistics. I will just point some out that, for instance, forest covers 31% of the land area in our planet, and then 70% of the world's plants and animals are located in forests. This is also very, specifically this statistic is very alarming because we found out that among 46 to 58 thousand square meters of forest are destroyed every single year. This is something like 48 football fields every single year in the world. And we were discussing what were the main causes for this problem. And the first thing that came to our mind was the timber production, which stands for the production of wood and related products, also to produce paper. And then we also talked about the question of agriculture. Since the population is increasing worldwide, this is also a major problem because a lot of forests are being destroyed to give space to agriculture, so we can plant food to consume. And then also the question of urbanization, that cities are taking over the forest, and that also has major impacts. Also the question of the fires. They can be either natural or human related, but they are having a huge impact on the destruction of forests as well. And also the questions of the cattle ranching or breeding. Since we are consuming a lot of meat, this has a huge impact on forests because first it has to do with the space. They are taking a space from the forest, and also related with the toxics that come from animals. And we found out that we have no consequences here, but we can try to say something about it. So we thought, I think we discussed it, that the main consequences have to do with the questions of the diversity and the animals and plants, since most of them are located in forests. Also, we were discussing the question of water and how this destruction of forests has an impact on the water cycles, because the forests, they have like this balance impact between the water that comes from the atmosphere and the water in the soil, so it kind of disrupts this water cycle, and it leads to floods and to other problems. I think we discussed, I don't know if you remember something else, we discussed consequences, the question.
The animals also.
Yeah, the animals, the biodiversity, everything.
Yeah.
And then regarding the solutions, the first thing that came to our minds, it was the question of creating protected areas. We were discussing the example of the lince ibérico.
Lince ibérico, urogallo are protected.
You want to explain maybe?
Yeah, because it's from Spain. Lince ibérico, there are no many of these ones, and also urogallo in the north of Spain are very protective because there is not too many, so it's an.
And it's having good effects because the population of lince ibéricos
are getting bigger and bigger. That's good.
What else we have? Okay, the question of choosing sustainable ways of producing energy as well. We thought about that. The recycled paper also, and also the question of making the big companies accountable and pushing to get legislation and to make them accountable for the deforestation. And what else? Yeah, just keep an eye on the forest, and I think this is more local, which means that people should keep an eye on the forest, and they should just talk if they see something, and just surveil and see what's going on. I think that was it. Yeah. I don't know if you want to say something.